Hello, I'm going to talk about development of technologies and obsolescence of libraries. Nobody's going to deny that the improvement of technologies and development of technologies during 20th century and during the current century has expanded and leveled the access for information in a general sense, and that it has contributed a lot for people that previously didn't have access to a lot of sorts of information, news, academic articles, and even books uh, to have access to them. So because internet in a sense and is a way cheaper way of diffusing information. And printed books are very heavy and they're very costly if you want to buy from a place. Um, well, I think this is true, but also I think that we are not quite there in the point that we can say that libraries are obsolete. Why? I'm gonna tell, like, I have these arguments in the sense of availability and others in what we think it's a library. So in terms of availability, I have to say that we're not quite in the position to say that everywhere there is a computer or everywhere there is a mechanism where you can access information that is online. So there is no internet spread wide, and not everybody has a computer. And so for this, let me put an example. Some time ago, I was in a community and we were working with volunteers and people who really needed some assistance, like they were needing some food, and suddenly I received a phone call from someone in the United States, and they were telling me, why don't you tell the mayor to answer his emails? We're offering a lot of help and we are even covering the charges, but he's not answering my emails. What's wrong with him? He doesn't need help. And then I immediately put like a face like this. How do you want them to answer your emails if they don't have a computer in that town? They have computers in the next town, but it's like 2 or 3 hours from there, and they go once or twice per week, and literally they don't have like that much access to the computer, and they check seldomly their emails. Sometimes it's easier to get a phone call that's now like easier, but they still don't check their emails, and they're old people and they're not very used to like reading emails. So they prefer like more basic communication. You could have talked to them. So we made a problem, we solved this situation. But this was an example. The other thing about availability is that no matter how much effort has been to render ancient books and into soft versions of these ancient books, or now more and more people is producing content and putting in a soft version that everybody can access from a computer if they have enough money to afford in some cases, not all content is available. I am thinking in some sorts of academic books that are still published and and they simply make small prints when they produce it, like in hard copies, and they are happy with doing like that. So not all information is available in soft copies. So that's a second part of my point. In terms of what we think it's a library, what we think is a library, like a library, we can say it's a store a store of information. It's a store where we put books, magazines, we place their content, we store information in libraries. But is it only that? I think libraries are also a place where we go and have the experience of reading, and we have personnel that helps us to find out what we want. It's a place where we gather sometimes for reading, and where we can have these pleasant experiences of doing our research in silence. So in that sense, I am personally enjoy going to libraries or having a library where I can go and sit in quiet and do my research. In other sense, like in the same sense that like if we consider only as libraries as repositories of information or stores of information, I have to say that libraries are not going to cease to exist. Basically because also internet and a computer are storages of information. So no matter how you say that, oh, technology is making libraries obsolete, the technology that we are talking about, they are also libraries. They're in some sense, in the sense of they are storing information. So the main difference has been like in these libraries we have a lot of our content storage in ways that we don't see, and more traditional libraries have physical storage. So I think that I have made my point more or less. I've said that in one sense libraries won't get obsolete for the time being because there is a lack of availability of technology resources on the one hand, and on the other hand not all content is published in a soft version. And on the other hand, I said that libraries will continue to exist because libraries are like storage of information, and in that sense, as long as there is technology like internet and computers, we will still have these storages of information that are small libraries.